Once King Arceus of Argos had a child, his daughter Danae, who was good and beautiful. But Arceus wanted a son, so he made a journey to the Delphic oracle. Will I be the father of a boy? No, but your daughter Danae will have a son, and that son will kill you. To prevent this, Arceus shut Danae up in a bronze underground apartment with an open roof to let light and air in. The poor prisoner was cut off from men. Zeus, who was drawn by her beauty, came through the open roof in the form of a shower of gold and made her his bride. Then he left her. Majesty, a son is born to your daughter. The king, aghast and scared, had a big chest made. Danae and the baby boy Perseus were placed in the chest and set adrift on the sea. You shall never harm me. By winning waves, they drifted to the tiny island of Perseus. A fisherman, Dictys, who was tending to his nets, found the chest on the beach and released the prisoners. Dictys was a good man who took the woman and the baby home to his wife. Perseus grew up tall, strong, and athletic, in all ways a princely young man. Dictys had a brother, Polydictys, the king of Perseus, who was a cruel and wicked man. The lovely Danae and her handsome son drew his attention. I offer you marriage, Polydictys announced, but she, already the bride of Zeus, refused. I shall not marry you. Polydictys bullied her, but he feared Perseus. He developed a plan that would lead to the young man's death. He told Perseus he was wasting his talents by staying on Perseus. There's a big world out there. You should go and see it and do great deeds and become a hero. How could I become a hero? Go kill the Gorgon Medusa of the snaky locks and bring me her head. The king. There are 3 sisters called Gorgons living somewhere far away in the west in the land of darkness. 2 are very ugly, but Medusa is the most beautiful. However, her hair of coiling surface is so terrible, the sight of it turns men to stone. No one exactly knew where these toilable sisters lived. The hero needed all the help of the gods, and he got it. Athena gave him her strong shield, so highly polished it was like a mirror. Hades gave him his helmet that made the wearer invisible. Hermes brought a pair of silver sandals with bright rings. They also gave him a special weapon, a sword with a curved blade like a sickle, but there were no guidelines for him to get there. You must find the Grace sisters, who will tell you where to go. Hermes was his guide for the first stretch of the journey. They flew over the seas to the black earth country of the Cimmerians. There they found the Grace sisters. They were like 3 old gray birds who had only 1 eye and 1 tooth between them, which they passed around. Perseus had to trick them into telling him what he wanted to do. He knew by stealing the eye and returning it to them. Thank you. He and Hermes flew on to the very limits of the earth. This was the blessed land of the Hyperboreans, who lived happily in a climate of never-ending spring, feasting and dancing to the tunes of lyre and pipes. I grant you with this big leather wallet, which will always stretch the right size for anything. So with Athena's shield, Hades' invisible helmet, Hermes' sandals, and his sickle sword, Perseus was ready for Medusa. Alone now, he flew off to the far west and found the Gorgon's cave, as the Grace sisters had told him. Outside near the entrance were statues of men, their stone faces set in expressions of terror. With his back to the cave, Perseus kept his eyes on Athena's shield, which, shining like a mirror, reflected the shapes of the Gorgons who were sleeping inside. Two of the sisters were immortals, and Perseus could have done nothing to them. But the third sister, Medusa, was mortal and beautiful, and a bit pale. It was not hard to find them because of the whispering sounds the serpents that were their hair. Focusing on the reflection of Medusa's head, he rose a bit in the winged sandals, raised the sword above him, and Athena, who was always there at the right time, guided his hand. With one sweeping blow, the curved blade cut off the snaky head, and Perseus dropped it into the leather bag. The other 2 sisters woke up and ran, raving and screaming after him, their golden wings clattering, bronze claws flashing, but Perseus was gone. Perseus traveled back to his homeland to prove his heroism to the cruel king Polydictys. What have you brought me, boy? The head of the Gorgon Medusa. Very well then, let me see it. Perseus, with his head held high, opens the leather sack to reveal Medusa's head. The king, unbeknownst, slips into the leather bag to be turned to stone. When the village hears of this, a celebration is spread amongst the people. Perseus is remembered as a hero. Perseus is a hero who is both brave and generous. By granting Athena with the head of Medusa, he is generous and caring. Perseus is a persistent character who will persevere to solve problems. The lesson perseverance pays off is learned when he takes a long journey in order to help his mother.